ShopLogics was an integral piece of the 2020 strategy, which was meant to renovate the company from the ground up. And ShopLogics has helped us confirm investment, efficiency improvements that we expected, as well as to help us find opportunities to improve across the piece. There's multiple different ways that it's adding value. First, you'd point to continuous improvement projects, which we can arrive at through using data in ShopLogics. Second is natural efficiencies that we've picked up, or our ability to actually see true cycle time. The third area is true capacity or utilization on our capacity. And then the last one is standardization of how we collect our OEE and our OEC information in our data. We can now equitably see live, real time. If I'm looking at a plant in Prague, or if I'm looking at a plant in Atlanta, Georgia, when I see the data, we know that we're measuring them consistently across the piece, which has been a huge gain for us.
The digital transformation of ShopLogics to the performance of the plant has been pretty remarkable. It's allowed us to see the data that was never visible to us before. So we can look at any machine, any operation throughout the facility. We can look at it on a per shift basis. We can look at it daily, weekly, monthly, and do data mining that leads us to opportunities that will allow us to deploy our lean team and get better production out of the assembly cells. What used to take me hours, if not days, to sift through the data collection system that we had prior to ShopLogics, you know, the accuracy of the data was somewhat questionable. But with ShopLogics, I can run production summary reports, quality reports, OE waterfalls.
I use ShopLogic as I travel with my laptop, and I can see right now something's going on because you can tell by the color something just happened. And you don't have to be right there. You can be somewhere else doing something else and you'll know. It knows when you went down and knows when you start up. So your times are true.
I believe the communication between the operators has improved because it brings them together as a team. They're all looking at that score and they see the goal. If they start dropping a little low, you know, hey, you know, we fall to 85%. We need to get back up to 90.
On our assembly cells, after looking at ShopLogic data and understanding what the micro stoppages were for and some of the bottlenecks of the operation, we were able to smooth out the operation, reduce some labor within the cell itself, and then obviously that opens up capacity for future business.
When you try to do an enterprise solution like this, you have to make sure that you're putting standardization in so that people are making the data go to work for them effectively. And I think ShopLogics is unique in the fact that they put the dots together for a company, so it's just not raw data where everybody has to work at figuring out how they put scrap with capacity, with uptime, and say, hey, how am I going to report out all this and what's important and what isn't important? And we've seen some really cool projects that have saved, even in one swing, just north of $800,000. ShopLogics has played a role in the zero defect strategy and ultimately the 2020 strategy that's improved our quality over the course of the last 24 months and have gotten us awards with Ford, General Motors, and FCA.